Salam friends, I am speaking to you from the land of other wrong people of Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians of this land, air and waterways. I acknowledge that we live and play on stolen land. Sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be an Aboriginal land. Friends, following the so-called March for Australia, which resembled more of a march for white supremacy, I witnessed on the social media and mainstream media hatred directed towards people with a skin color like mine. This experience has evoked painful memories of racism, make me feel of foreign in this land. After living in Australia for over half of my life, now I question my existence here yet again. Quite honest with you, I would have participated in a rally for Australia if it truly represented the inclusivity that the title suggests. However, over the years, I have learned that events branded with such a message often exclude many Australians, particularly those who are not white. The march organizers framed their message as fight for community cohesion, citing concerns about strained infrastructure, housing shortages, and societal cultural changes. They employed hyperbole, warning that mass migration has torn at the bonds that held our communities together. Some flyers at the rally even targeted the Indian diaspora specifically, indicating an apparent attempt to scapegoat others who have brown skin. Comments from Liberal Senator Jacinta Price aimed at the Indian community have only added to the growing racism engulfing our country. It seems that someone always needs to be blamed for Australia's problems. Then why not the indigenous people and migrants? Friends, responses from our politicians either outright support for the march or excuse those who attended it, claiming that the majority of peaceful, good Australians were misled by neo-Nazis. Please tell me, who will believe that narrative? On top of that, these neo-Nazis committed disgraceful acts that harmed peaceful member of Camp Sovereignty in Melbourne. You know what? I am deeply concerned about how easily white nationalist rhetoric can be disguised as patriotism, gaining legitimacy from political figures and the mainstream media. You know what? The white nostalgia is dividing Australia, and this is so unfortunate. But unless we directly confront and call out forces promoting white supremacy for what they are, Australia risks normalizing extremism and allowing a distorted view of a past that never existed to shape the reality of our present. Australia is a multicultural country where indigenous people, longest living culture on the earth, look over the land, air and waterways. And this is a fact. You know what? At times I don't feel safe here, nor do I feel secure. And these are not just my sentiments. These sentiments are shared by many others migrants in this country. My friends, we need to come together and stop those forces who are dividing our country on basis of skin color, race. We are one. We are all Australian. Thank you.